and that's to host the poor students of the Michoacan University. Now, if it's actually in bad shape and it's still beautiful, now imagine if it was held in good shape, this beautiful, old, and slightly misused building. It is known as the House of the Count of Sierra Gorda. Now, have you noticed that some houses in Morelia have a plaster on the outside and some others do not? That's why, because around the 1950s, somebody at the mayor office said, hey, the Pinkstone is beautiful. Let's show all of the buildings that have Pinkstone and let's remove the plaster. Now you can see the plaster is in many buildings. The one to your left, the one to your right. But up ahead, we have another one that has no plaster. The plaster served for a very good purpose, and that was to prevent the building from cracking due to the moisture. So once removing the plaster, the buildings started to crack. Yes, it was nice to be seen, but on the long term, it was bad for the building. Nevertheless, we still have some examples of the plaster and some examples of the houses without the plaster. Both are beautiful. However, many people would agree it's better when we do the things right and we do not do any harm at all. We are getting near to the highest part of the hill where the Morelia city is located, is known as Guadalcanal Hill. Take a look at the left, please. Look at that beautiful architecture over there. It's very, very well decorated. And now, to your right, San Jose. The corners of this neighborhood do not align on purpose for you to have some visual highlights. For instance, to watch the beautiful San Jose Temple over there and the San Jose Garden. Ain't that beautiful? This temple has the second tallest tower of a temple in Morelia. The tallest ones being the ones from Cathedral. Please beware, we are getting to the heaviest wire-ridden part of our trip. Yes. Okay, we are good so far. As far as I remember, the problem starts when we take a turn to your left. And we are headed to the El Carmen neighborhood. El Carmen was a convent for men. It was an order of monks that had to be just naked. They were barefoot all of their life since they started living at the order. Please beware the cable. Please duck, because yes, it's very, very low. And our driver knows it. As far as I remember, there are at least two more ones to duck, wires over there. So please be seated and do not get angry. Take it as part of the Morelian folklore, because it is. I think we just made it. The houses here reminds us that no matter how fancy or how poor your house was, it was to be built with pinkstone. And over there, the El Carmen Building, the biggest convent ever in Morelia. It was cut in 8 parts, and it's still the largest building of its kind here in downtown Morelia. If you have a chance, please visit Nowadays, it's the culture house of Morelia. Look at your right, please, and take a look at the top of the convent and the top of the temple. We go to the right. Okay. Now please look at your left. Now. Left. Anyone we know? San Jose yet again. And it's more beautiful from afar. And now we are surrounding the El Carmen Garden, which actually the El Carmen is a nickname because the right name of this garden is not a plaza, it's a garden, and it's named Ulenciana Bocanegra, a very wealthy woman that left all of her richness to the poor here in Morelia. Very strangely, most of her belongings, you are right. Most of her belongings, not the money, but some other stuff, ended at politicians' houses. Yeah, very often in Mexico. It doesn't happen so often.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my nose doesn't blow. Cathedral is at your back. Yes. Yeah, you know something? This street used to run from north to south, so when you were entering the city, you will see the cathedral gleaming at the end of the street. But somebody, a genius I suppose, said, "Nah, let's change the sense of the street and let's make it south to north." And we have to make the exorcist turn of neck to watch the cathedral. I will have to stay quiet until we get to the corner. Beware the wires. This is a hospital, that's why. This is a hospital. Here, please talk.
This is a hospital.
Talk.
It's an old hospital.
Yeah, it is.
Perhaps you haven't noticed, but we are getting back to where we started.
The laboratory. In the blood work. This is Morelia, and this is probably my last video off of the bus. We have to watch overhead wires and everything else.
If you look straight ahead, there's a hill, Santa Maria Hill. There is where Morelos lost his first major battle, and from that on, he started losing battle after battle, and eventually got caught, jailed, and slain. Please stop. Go quiet. Ever heard of spooky happenings in old houses? Over there, to your left and ahead, there is the oldest hotel in town. It is known as La Soledad. It is said that steps can be heard all night long. Doors and windows open and close by themselves. And that a very cold sweat will run through your back when they get you the check. To the back, at the background, we have the San Agustin temple. Hey, do you want to know a secret? There is a mystery chapel inside that temple. If you go just straight, you will get to San Agustin entrance and get to the temple and ask for the Pinacoteca, the library of paintings. It's a place that opens 2 to 3 hours on each turn, two times a day. But if you get there now, I think you will get access to that place. It's free to enter, free to go outside, but it's incredible. Sadly, they don't allow pictures or videos to be taken, but if you get to that place and it's open, you will get to the bingo part of your trip. Because it's incredible, almost no one, even here in Morelia, knows about that place. Yes. Pinacoteca, the library of paintings.
Ice cream shop. We're in the heart of Morelia again.
From office to the public, it's published electric note or car, but it's from your tomorrow.
We're at a red light right now,
But
and I'm going to cut this
they
video
have
off as soon as we
covering
stop.
the walls and the ceiling, and now they uncover it, and they discovered some paintings on the walls that are incredible. Even they look
Mountain up there
like
behind the church
heresies
is where a
painted
battle took
inside the
place.
temple. Incredible. Not to be missed. Take a look at our cathedral at your left. This is the second cathedral ever to be built here in Morelia. The first one caught fire 5 years after being finished. Oh my God. Have I ever told you that I love clouds? And take a look at that.
Look at those clouds.
Jesus Christ. The sky is giving us a message, and I will be a fool if I don't take a picture right now. Sorry.
Now that ends the trip here on the tour bus. And we're back to the Hotel Casino, Morelia. And that's where we started.
Oh, that's what I did it.
And that is a beautiful picture right there.
Dear passengers, we are getting to the end of our trip. As you can see, we are surrounded by beautiful architecture, art, and history, all together, warmed by the Morelians, the Mexicans, and the Michoacans, and of course you, the visitors. Please